Hey guys, it's Dante here. If you don't know me already, the reason I make these videos is to help real estate agents become financially free through the power of social media and technology. And today we're going to focus on technology, okay? And more specifically, an AI apocalypse, right? Is your real estate business really doomed, okay? Now, I can give you the good news and the bad news, alright? The good news is you can adapt, okay? Alright? And the bad news is if you don't adapt, then well, let's just say you're going to be left behind, okay? So I wanted to go into much detail and I will give you some theory behind this on how I've actually made my decision for this and what I think for the future and, why I think I'm qualified to even say anything. I'm very, into the artificial intelligence space and look, it's going to be an amazing video. So let's get straight into it. Alright, so if you don't know this person already, maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but we have on the right of me, Charles Darwin. Okay, so Charles Darwin is known famously for two very big theories. The first is common descent. So Charles Darwin believed that all living things, bacteria, animals, humans, came from one ancestor. Okay, so everything came from one ancestor, right? Okay, and you might be wondering, what the hell does this have to do with real estate? Well, I'm going to get to that. So his other theory that we're going to focus on today is the theory of natural selection and evolution, okay? So he believed that, species evolved through the process called natural selection, and those with the dominant traits would survive. So if we actually look here, we can see that there's, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 different birds. The first one has a rather large beak, and the fourth one has a rather slim beak, okay? So these traits were all made because that either was something that became dominant in their environment. So for instance, if there was large fruits and nuts that they had to crack or seeds, then maybe they would have large beaks, and only the birds with large beaks would survive, and that dominant trait would then go on into the common descent, okay? So that trait would live on, and that trait or that gene would go to the next generation of birds, okay? So obviously you can see that, we've got a small beak, we've got a large beak, and you can think of this as real estate agents. I mean, you can think of people that may be a little bit older and not as great with technology, but then there's people that are younger and maybe more aware of their surroundings, and they want to adapt to this technology, okay? So there's nothing saying that they both don't work, but the harsh reality is some people are going to get left behind. So how can we actually use AI, right, in our business? And why do we need AI? Why should I even be worrying about this? Well, using AI in your business is used for one main thing in particular, and it's to automate any repetitive tasks. At the moment, it's not replacing humans yet. Now, if you see here, I've actually highlighted yet, okay? Yeah. So at the moment, you don't have to worry about it, okay, replacing your job, alright, your job's safe for now. However, in the meantime, it's going to replace a lot of the human intense tasks that used to take a while, okay, a lot of thinking, a lot of brain power, right? So here's what we got, alright. So firstly, it's going to take away, like I said, those repetitive tasks, and giving you more time, freeing up your time, especially as a real estate agent, is very valuable. So the first point that I want to touch on is actually chatbots. Now, if you've been living under a rock, right, you've probably had a chatbot on an e-commerce website, right, eBay, Amazon, something like that. They're very popular and for good reasons. So adapting to the chatbot and having this on your website is a must in 2024. I can say with full confidence that, there's no reason you shouldn't have one. It's a no-brainer, okay, at this stage. So adapting to this is very good because it streamlines customer service, and especially in a service-based company, getting to the customer as quick as you can is utmost important, okay? And communication is very important, and getting to someone very, very soon is going to be an overall better customer experience. So if you see here, I've actually got my own CRM, and I just want to show you the power of an AI chatbot. So let's actually go back, and if you see here, I've got my own chatbot, and you can ask it a question, okay? So it's got this woman, and it's like a real person. You're talking to a real person, and you're saving them your time and effort to actually qualify these people. So we're going to go back, and we're going to go to Conversation AI, and let's actually talk to it. So I'm going to refresh the conversation. And if you see here, I'm going to ask how much does a house cost in Taylor's Lakes? Right. So it says house prices in Taylor's Lakes vary depending on land size, area, property, age, searching to buy or interested in selling. So it's going to be, okay, I'm going to say selling. I'm interested in selling. So it says, hey, if you're ready to sell soon, have you thought about getting a property valuation? I'll say, yeah, that would be great. Have you contacted any local agents? And you can really have a conversation with this bot, and it's insane. And eventually, it's going to ask them for their phone number, contact details, and then eventually they'll get to that stage. Okay, so once you've read this conversation, say, okay, they're looking to sell, looking to buy. This has made your life 10 times easier and saving you so much time. Okay. Next is going to be listing description generator. So a lot of people are already adapting to this, especially now, and this has been the majority of real estate agents that are very slowly adapting to this, and making listing descriptions have never been easier, and copywriting has never been easier. So now, just by using the power of ChatGPT, right, you can actually put an old script from a house and put it and twist it into a new script. Okay, so you can even make one from scratch, right? Can you make me an appealing description for a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house in Melbourne? And it'll do it in like that, and it'll literally spit it out in like 2 seconds, right? And it's ridiculous. Something like this would actually take you so long to make, and it wouldn't be as good as this. At the level that it is now, it's almost replacing humans, which is crazy. So people couldn't even 10 years ago imagine this, and now it does it in 10 seconds, right? Okay, so making listing descriptions has never been easier. And going to my next point, social media ad copies is now insane. So if you want to get your buyers or your sellers, more specifically those vendors, better results, now has never been a better time to actually use ChatGPT and help using AI to actually engage with more people and make your advertising spend for your vendor 10 times better. Alright, so it's going to be driving more leads, getting you a better price for that house, and your vendors are going to be way more happier with you, and they're going to have a good time as well as yourself. So if we go back to ChatGPT, I want to say, can you write me a description, headline, and outline of my real estate listing on Facebook, and call out first home buyers. It's simple as that. Alright, it's as simple as that. And this is a small example, and you can actually critique this, okay? And you can say, make it less emotional, make it more professional, make it more enthusiastic, and you can really critique it and not even have to put a finger down and actually write this out all yourself, okay? So I'm sure either you're using that now or you didn't know that, and that's really going to help a lot. Next is a new one that not a lot of people have heard of. You might have heard of yourself, but it's actually an appointment booking bot, right? So these bots actually going to book appraisals, and it's actually going to go into your database, and they're actually going to message everyone in there and qualify them to then book an appointment, right, on a schedule. So this is insane because now you don't have to do the average yourself. This can be done for you using AI, okay, which is insane because you're getting free listings, all right? If you've been around in a long time, right, let's say you're an older agent and you're like, well, I don't do a lot of prospecting, but I do call my database. Now your time isn't spent on the lead generation, your time is spent on closing more deals and perfecting that side of thing and making the experience that much better. Well, this just has to do the hard stuff, and you get to do the easy stuff, right? So it really improves your efficiency, saves you a lot of time. It helps keep contact with potential clients better, and you can actually do that through this CRM. I've actually got here automations, and what you can do is when people, when you initiate your database, right? I've actually got ChatGPT messaging, and I've even got SMS follow-ups. So when they do book an appointment with me, I can go into depth in this more, right? If that customer replied, then we send them a series of messages and we go forward from there. And you can make it happen. It's doable. So if you guys will want me to make a video on actually how to create an appointment booking bot, I can definitely do that for you, and I'd be more than happy. And I just wanted to go over what you need to know. So, is your real estate business doomed? Well, in summary, kind of. Okay, there's pros and cons to AI, and I would say at the moment it's not at the expert level, but it's better than if a human did it and takes the same amount of time. So I would say it's at a pretty good level where you can definitely use it. So I would say you'd have to definitely adapt to that. I'd say now it's actually creating more time for yourself as a busy real estate agent. Okay, it can even reap more rewards and better results, and it can create a better customer experience. Okay, going over the chatbot is amazing. Listing descriptions is amazing. Social media, you're going to get a better return on your investment, and it's going to book you more appointments, which is going to do your job of prospecting. Okay, so what I've done is I've actually left a link in my description, and you can click in that if you'd like. You don't have to. Like I say in all my videos, you don't have to do it. I've left it there just to learn a little bit more about what I do and how I help real estate agents do this exact thing with artificial intelligence, and I can actually help you implement all of these methods so you can gain that competitive advantage. Okay, so if you did like this video, I appreciate you watching it. Hopefully this was more informative, okay, and I've shown some real life examples and actually in person, and that's helped you make a decision on whether you should implement AI into your business. And if that was me, I definitely would. So hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and bye for now.